Hi, thank you for your interest in the block ransomware and backup application developed by xSecuritas. In this video, we will show how to create a protected folder that can prevent ransomware, malware, virus attacks and how its automatic backup works. First, we explain how to block ransomware, malware and then the procedure for automatic backup. When some program attempts to create, delete, or rename files in the protected folder, it first checks whether the program is already allowed. For your convenience, we have predefined programs that are mostly used as allowed programs. If an allowed program tries to change a file to a protected folder, it will be allowed to do so and will also automatically back up after saving. If you try to save a file to the protected folder with a denied program, this save operation will fail. If the program is neither allowed program nor denied program, it will prompt the user to decide whether to allow or deny. When these windows are displayed, the user can choose whether to allow or deny the program. Now we will use the block ransomware and backup application to learn how to block ransomware and automatically backup files. First, let's create a simple policy. Click Block Ransomware menu and click Edit Policy menu. Now we can register policies on this window. The first thing to do is to specify folders to protect against ransomware, malware, and other threats. It's simple. Drag and drop the folder you want to protect to the right area. Alternatively, you can click the Add Item button at the top and select the desired folder. In the example, we specify the desktop and the documents folder as protected folders. The next task is to specify a program that can be stored in the protected folder. There is a very easy way, which will be explained shortly. Just drag and drop the program you want to allow into the right area. In this example, the program testa.x is registered as an allowed program. It is a window to register a program which is not allowed. But this is not often used. In the example, the program testa.x is registered as a disallowed program. This window shows the items like as Office program that are allowed in advance. Of course, you can turn off the checkbox on left and exclude it from the allowed items. In the list, there's an item labeled Application for Company. Application means only to allow the specified program. Company means allowing all programs developed by a particular company. After adding the policy, decide whether to enable the block ransomware function. Another option is to display the alert window when blocking unauthorized programs. The alert window is displayed in the tray area. Another option is to forcibly terminate the program when an unauthorized program accesses the protected folder. When the policy is changed, its contents can be checked from the current policy menu. Now click on the Minimize to Tray button, send the program to tray and test it. Testa.x is registered as an allowed program. Let's see if testa.x can save files to the desktop. Successfully created a testa.txt file on desktop. And, after about 30 seconds after saving the file, this file is automatically saved in the backup folder. When a backup is in progress, a notification window will be displayed in tray. Testa.x is a disallowed program. Let's test that testa program can save files to the desktop folder. The testa program failed to save the file to the Documents folder or to the desktop. The alert window is also displayed to inform the user of the status. On the Edit Policy window, remove the registered testa.x and testa.x policies and try again. Let's try to save the file to the desktop using testa.x. Testa.x is not a registered program as either allowed or disallowed, so a window will appear asking if you want to allow it. If you click Allow button in this window, testa.x can now save the file with no restrictions. If you click the block button in this window, test.x will not be able to save the file, and this window will no longer be displayed. Company field is blank. This is a program without digital sign. I will explain this later. Now click on the Allow button in this example. You will notice that the file has been successfully saved to desktop. A backup notification window is also displayed. Let's try to save the file to the desktop using test.x. Test.x is not a registered program as either allowed or disallowed, so a window will appear asking if you want to allow it. Now click on the block button in this example. The test.d program will fail to save and you will see the alert window appears. In the main program, click the View Log menu to view the log. The log window displays the history of the files saved in the protected folder. The red text indicates that the file has been blocked. In the Edit Policy window, test.x is registered as an application in the Allow list. Test.x has been registered as an application on the Disallow list. The policy is as we expected. It is very easy to register policies in this way. This time, I will test a program with a digital sign. On the desktop, there are s1.x and s2.x programs. These are programs that have not been set in the Allow or Disallow policy. When the S1 program attempts to save to the desktop, a window for confirming whether or not to save is displayed. Look at the window. The company field displays the value xSecuritas, Inc. This means that this program has a digital sign under the name xSecuritas, Inc. The digital sign value of the program can be checked in the Property window. You can see that the digital sign of S1.x is xSecuritas, Inc. Similarly, the S2.x program's digital signature is xSecuritas, Inc. That is, both S1 and S2 programs are developed by xSecuritas. Therefore, since S1.x has a digital sign, this sign is displayed to the company. If you select for all products of this company in this window, it means that you will allow or disallow all programs created by xSecuritas. If you select for this program, this means that the currently selected program, S1.x, can be set to allow or disallow. In this example, select the For All Products of this company option and click the Allow button. If you click the Allow button, you will see that the S1 program successfully creates the testsign.txt file. And, after about 30 seconds after saving the file, this file is automatically saved in the backup folder. Now let's run the S2 program and try saving the file. S2 has a xSecuritas, Inc. digital sign, and since this sign has already been accepted, the S2 program will be saved immediately. If you look at the Allow entry in the Edit Policy window, you can see that the Allow program has type as company and name as xSecuritas, Inc. Let's try saving the file to the desktop in the Excel program. It will be saved normally and will be backed up after about 30 seconds. Because Excel programs are allowed by default in predefined items. After unchecking the Office program from the predefined item, let's see what happens. When you open the Excel file on the desktop, a window asking whether to save the file is displayed. If you click the block button on this window, the Excel file will be opened in read-only state and cannot be saved. This phenomenon is what we expected. Now let's see what happens when someone forcibly terminates the block ransomware and backup program. The program is terminated, but you cannot create files in the protected folder. Thus, the backup folder is protected. You cannot rename or delete files in the protected folder. If the file in the protected folder is opened, it is in the read-only state and cannot be modified. Of course, it is not possible to create a file in the security folder even if it is an allowed program. How is it? We are confident that you can use this product to protect your important files from ransomwares, viruses, malwares, as well as it prevents you from accidentally corrupting your files. Thanks you for watching.